Hi everyone, this is Marianne and welcome to my channel. The star of today's video is going to be this set of silver metal discs from Jane's Agenda. These are the 2-inch discs. This is a gift from my cousin Shari who lives in Colorado. Here's the blister pack, still sealed. You can see the labels. Here is the Jane's Agenda logo, and this one says 2 inches. At the bottom it says 11 discs, and at the back is the QR code for this product. I have been wanting very big discs ever since I came into the disc-bound system last year. My search for a new planner was my project for One Book July 2021, and I ended up with a disc-bound planner. And I have an entire playlist for it, which I will link below in the description box. And I have acquired quite a few discs since then, and I have a video of that as well. However, 2-inch metal discs aren't available in my country and not even on Shopee. This is my main organizer at the moment. My planner, which contains all of my daily and monthly pages, and the weekly tip-ins are in a different planner. I do have a video about how I have set up this organizer with a blue door, which I will link down below. Right now, this is still on the 1.5-inch metal discs, and as you can see, it doesn't close properly anymore. I have added several pages to this as the weeks went by, and I do have to take out pages as well, but I have not yet gotten around to doing that. So I decided that I am going to use these 2-inch silver metal discs on this organizer. After all, silver goes with everything, and while I really liked my set of metal discs that I used to have with this blue door, the black, gray, blue, and silver, they really were just too small. So I transferred to the 2-inch metal discs. The setup of this blue door organizer right now is still very much the same as how I have set up my single catch-all planner for 2022. I will leave a link to the video in the description box. The only difference with this blue door is that I have taken out the planner section from here and have transferred the planner section to my daily planner, which is a separate disc-bound volume with Holly Go Lightly on the cover. I have a video about that, and I will also link it down below. Now let us take a pause here and have a look at the comparative sizes of the discs. Here are my set of metal rainbow discs from the Happy Planner. These are the expander discs, and they are 1.75 inches in diameter. The 2-inch discs from Jane's Agenda are only a smidge bigger. And this black one is the 1.5-inch metal disc that I had on the blue door. 2 inches, 1.75 inches, and 1.5 inches. There is a bigger visual difference between the 1.5 and the 1.75 than the 1.75 and the 2. 2-inch discs are the biggest discs that are available in metal. So the 2-inch metal discs are now on the blue door organizer, but after about just half an hour, I didn't like the silver 2-inch discs on the blue door organizer. I don't look at the blue door organizer every day, and somehow the silver discs and the blue door felt quite bland to me, very flat, there is no drama, and maybe they're just not the right combination visually. Functionally, they fit well, but visually I felt like something was off, there was something missing, it didn't have that it factor. So, since I was meaning to make myself another notebook anyway, using 3x5 index cards, I decided to experiment with the 2-inch discs. I wanted to make another 3x5 index card notebook, but this time in the vertical orientation. I have made a notebook using 3x5 index cards before, but this was in the horizontal orientation. So it's more like a flip book because it is bound on the short side and flips because the long sides are free. And while this works as a tickler for ideas, I wanted to try making another notebook, which, like I said, would be vertical, which is bound on the long side, and I figured, why not go super fat with these 2-inch discs? I do have some more smaller silver discs. These are just China made. These are 28 millimeters, also in metal, and they are cute, but I already have a thin flip book, the pink one that you saw me make a couple of days ago. So I decided to make this new 3x5 index card notebook, super duper fat. I have here my Happy Planner punch in the classic size, and as you can see, I have already put in a stopper for the 3x5, but this time in the vertical orientation. So I marked that top stopper with an H to remind myself that that's a stopper for hole punching the 3x5 horizontally. I put that stopper in when I made my pink flip book, and this second stopper, I wrote a V in it to stand for hole punching 3x5 vertically. And at the bottom is my super old stopper for hole punching A5, specifically the long side of the A5. And again, it's important that the holes are centered so that in case you want to flip a page like this, they will still be aligned on the discs. So I went ahead and did all of the hole punching, all of them that I could fit in the 2-inch discs. And when the notebook itself was about 1.5 inches thick, I decided to pause and then make the cover. For the cover, I decided to make one that's slightly taller and slightly wider than the 3x5 index cards, as disc-bound covers usually go. I used my ruler to make the measurements, and then I picked this very nice artwork from Unsplash, which I have printed 2 of on photo paper. I will link this specific file in the description box. This artwork is a painting of a little girl wearing a white dress and with a blue ribbon in her hair. She's sitting in the grass with her back to us. The first time I saw this on Unsplash, I was taken by it right away because it reminds me so much of how my childhood was. I grew up in a farm, and on summer afternoons, I would just walk around in our front lawn and sit on the grass, sometimes reading, although most of the time I was up in the branches of a short, wide, squat mango tree. I was up in the branches with cushions, and I would stay there for hours just reading. This artwork of the little girl, I think, is a very fitting match to the silver discs, which is a gift from my cousin Shari. She has been in my life ever since I was a little girl, she and her sisters. I remember we all attended ballet classes together. Of course, they were in the more advanced class because I was only maybe 4 or 5. However, they already had point shoes, and I was so fascinated. Having these silver discs from Manay Chari together with this little girl sitting on the grass would be a very nice commemoration of my childhood, and a childhood that was happy because of the people in my life, which includes Manay Chari. Manay Chari's sisters migrated to the United States when I was in high school, but Manay Chari stayed on in the Philippines for several more years before moving there, so I had more time with her, although I'm also quite close with her sisters. You have seen me laminate this with one sheet of lamination that's 125 microns, but I wanted to make this cover stiffer and thicker because I didn't want to cover this artwork with that semi-transparent plastic that I often use because that partially obscures the artwork. I wanted this artwork to be seen because it's really just so pretty. And I have never seen a disc-bound notebook ever, or a disc-bound planner with a picture of a painting on the covers, especially a painting with this classical style. And I didn't have a 250 micron lamination pouch, so I just used another 125 micron pouch. And after running it through the laminating machine a few times, it turned out okay. Just as I expected, it turned out stiffer and thicker, but the artwork can still be clearly seen. And then it's just a matter of cutting down the covers into the final size and then punching out the holes with a single hole punch and a pair of scissors using a template. This is another 3x5 index card, which I placed on the center and used a binder clip to hold the two together. And then finally, I snipped off a tiny bit off of the corners of the cover so that they won't poke me, and that is the notebook. The final detail would be the pen holder. I have another one of these black elastic pen holder with the adhesive. I took out the mechanical pencil that I had in the pink 3x5 notebook that I made several days ago, and then I just put it in the pen loop just to figure out how the elastic would loop around it, and then I pressed the entire adhesive holder down on the inside of the back cover. And finally, the notebook is complete. I think this fat little notebook is so super adorable. I really, really like it. It is small but fat. I might say that it's obese. And the discs are a special gift. And because they're metal, they will not crack, so they will last me practically forever. And the cover artwork has a special meaning that matches what the discs mean to me. And here's an idea for you. You can use this same method to make a very small day on one page planner. I have printed some sample pages right here with a grid base and the date at the top of each page, and it's so super, super cute. You can place the dates in the vertical orientation or the horizontal orientation as well. I think this would be the most adorable fat little planner. And people can plan on super small planners. People actually do plan on the micro happy notes. Planning with Peanutty on YouTube does it. Her videos about her micro happy planner are so amazing and so entertaining and so much fun. I will link her channel down below. But as for me, this will be my new commonplace notebook. I've always had commonplace notebooks back when I was younger, in high school and college, and when I was just starting working. And I remember even removing the coil binding of about 3 small notebooks and stitching them together to make one small fat notebook. That was a long time ago, and the notebook is gone, I think. Or maybe it's still here somewhere, I don't know. But now I have a new commonplace notebook. I have made a previous one, by the way, and I will link that video down below. But this one is just so, so cute. And because this holds a lot of meaning for me, I will use this as my commonplace notebook from now on and for the foreseeable future. Shout out to my Manay Chari for these wonderful discs from Jane's Agenda. I love you and I hope to see you soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.